What is up, guys? So I have recently gotten into cycling. By that I mean bicycle riding. So right behind me you can see my new bike. It is a Trek Checkpoint ALR 3. It's a pretty sick bike. Just getting into it, of course I've ridden bikes as a kid, but this is my first drop handle bike. It's not a road bike, it's technically a gravel bike, which is basically a road bike that can handle a little bit of trail riding. But yeah, so I've had it for a couple weeks now. It's been pretty sick, but as you know, I like to sort of maintain efficiency and in terms of space and working area in the garage, so of course I need a place to mount it. So currently I have it on a stand that's on the floor, but after much research I found a suitable wall mount so I could get the bike off the ground and tuck it away and still have room for pulling the cars in and out and working on them and stuff like that. So I ended up going with the Steadyrack Pro. This is about I got it on sale for about 120 bucks. It is wall mountable and it is you can kind of swing your bikes out of the way. I also purchased this GearMate accessory bundle kit from Steadyrack as well. That comes with shelves and little hooks to hang your helmet and put your shoes in, granola bars, stuff like that. There's quite a few variations of this particular model. It comes solely just based on the tire size of your bike. So this one is specifically the narrow version, made for like road bikes, gravel bikes and stuff, but they have wider versions for mountain bikes and e-bikes and stuff. But yeah, so since I have a gravel bike, I went with the narrow. Should fit my bike just fine. There's similar models that you can find on Amazon for significantly less, but this one definitely seems to be higher quality, and just has super good reviews, and also comes with a little gear storage attachment stuff. So anyways, let's go ahead and start unboxing this guy and get it assembled. So let's open this box up and see what we got. Alright, so inside we have the SETI spine. This is what you mount first to your walls, and then this allows you to attach all of the accessories. They have a earlier model called the Classic that's just slightly different, but it mounts directly to the wall and doesn't have this little spine piece. So if you get that cheaper version, you're gonna have to buy a spine separately if you want to attach all those little storage accessories. Got some installation hardware, so it should come with hardware to mount to studs as well as to mount to concrete, which in my case is going to be mounted to concrete. So we got some pretty long screws as well as some concrete anchors, some little rubber tabs. I don't know what that's for. And then there's a little itty bitty Allen wrench. Yeah, so obviously we got the Steadyrack itself. So all it does is once it's mounted to the wall, this piece just drops down, and then you put your front wheel into here, and then your bike is hanging. And then it also swivels back and forth. So let's get this folded up real quick. This piece right here, it's the mount for your rear wheel. And of course there is a instruction manual, a sticker, of course, 5-year warranty on everything, little thank you letter, and of course the instruction booklet. Let's go ahead and unbox the GearMate accessories. More instructions and stuff. Okay, got a few brackets right here. So it comes with small, medium, and large brackets. Got a little shelf, a medium-sized shelf, and then a large shelf. the large hook, a couple smaller size hooks, and then some Velcro straps. And again, you've got another sticker, a little, I don't know, brochure thing, thank you letter, and then the instruction manual. So let's open up that spine that I was talking about. So this basically sandwiches in between the actual rack itself and the wall. Okay. So just this little, I don't know, thing. But yeah, so the brackets for the shelf, they just kind of just pop in right here and put them wherever you need them to be. For the shelving unit, you have to use the brackets, and you just slide it in just like so. Pretty cool little setup. So let's go ahead and get everything sized up where I want it to be, and figure out the combination of drawers and of little cubbies and whatnot in my mounting location. So my garage is pretty much full. Like, I have no more wall space. I've utilized every little spot, or it's already claimed for something else in the future. So this is really the one spot I have left where I can mount the bike and still, be usable. Basically going to be like this. Something like this here. Right. This way. I still have a little bit of room. I'm not really planning on swiveling the bike at all. There's really no room for it. And obviously I'm going to move some of this stuff off the wall. But yeah, it's going to go something like this. I want to get it as high as possible off the ground so that it's out of the way. Okay, so I'm planning on mounting this not perfectly centered because I want to still be able to swivel the bike a little bit if I need to. So I'm just going to offset it more towards the left. So yeah, so basically I'm going to offset it more like this. So I'm only going to be able to fit the smaller bracket on the left side, but then the right side I'll be able to fit all the other stuff. But that way I still have the ability to swivel the bike a little bit if need be, and I also am able to utilize more of my slat wall storage as well, along the side of the bike. If I put it in the center, then I'm going to lose a lot more space, just going to end up making it harder. So yeah, I'm going to basically center it more like this, so there's just enough room to get this, this bracket in place. There's enough room for the bike itself to still swivel. So let's go ahead and mark this up where I want it. Drill this guy out. Okay. You want to vacuum out the hole. Go ahead and get one of these anchors installed. Go ahead and put some tape in the spots for the other mounting holes. On to the next hole. Alright, go ahead and get the rest of your anchors on. Or if you're just drilling into the stud, you don't need these mounts. Or you don't need these anchors. Yeah, let's go ahead and get these hammered in. Go ahead and screw the mount up. Okay, so we're going to mount the spine right behind this guy here. So, yep, let's do that. So let's go ahead and get this leveled out and then tighten it down. Let's put the caps in place. Pop it in like so, and just like that. This top cap, pop it in, just like that. Drop this all the way down, just like that. And we can take our bike and pop her into place, just like that. And there she is. Plenty of room so that I can still access tools and stuff. Yeah. Cool. So let's go ahead and get this bottom portion mounted. So I'm just going to take the bracket, line it up with the center of the wheel, and then we'll mount it there. So let's go ahead and throw some tape on here where this needs to mount. So you got the center all marked out. All right, let's get our anchors in. Okay, that's on there, so now we can go ahead and place a little cap on, just like so. Maybe. Okay, just like so. All right, now it is ready. So let's see how this works with the bike. Oh. Take the bike, throw it on here, get that in place, and boom. Bike is on there, swings. So again, the swinging, obviously it hits the overhead rail, but you know, that swings perfectly fine. If I get rid of this stuff, move it out of the way, it would swing closer against the wall. So right here you can see the bike is completely out of the way of the garage door and of the car, so I still have plenty of room to walk past my car whenever I park it in here. So pretty sick, quick and easy to get the bike off. Just pop it out like so, and that's it. Let's go ahead and mount up the GearMate stuff. I did not account for the width of this here, so I wanted this to be right here, and it's going to be just perfect. But yeah, so since I don't really have room on this side, I'll be able to slide things on and off, but this side I won't be able to. So you know, the manufacturer, when I emailed them, they told me I can just slide it on first. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay. Super snug, but it's perfectly up against this, and that's perfect. Cool, so I got my one little shelf right there. Let's go ahead and throw this shelf on here as well. Like I said, it comes with a little Allen head, so you can tighten everything down here. Some set screws. Not that this is gonna be able to go anywhere. So So, you know, you can put your shoes here or whatever, you can put whatever you want. So I'll probably just put another hook or two over here, mount my helmet. Was able to use all of those, and you know, I got one spare bracket, which you know, I don't really need, but don't want to store it either, so I'll just place it right here. But got a spot for my helmet right there. Not the best spot, but it'll do. You know, I wish I could move it over just a tad, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and bring this down. Get the bike mounted up. All that stuff is out of the way, so let's go ahead and throw the bike on. And there we go. Cool. And as you can see, even with all the gear and stuff, like everything still swivels just fine. So, you know, you don't gotta worry about that being an issue. You can tell, like I said, bike is completely out of the way, you know, and then still gives me room here to, you know, get any tools I might need. So, cool. Anyways, super cool setup. It's about 200 bucks for the Steadyrack and the GearMate accessory. Gets the bike off the ground, you know, out of the way, so I can still park the cars and it's easy to take off. So yeah, I think it's worth the money. Anyways, hopefully that was helpful for you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.